back to Emergency 4 with the CSP-IRG mod. We're here down in France where one of the reporters apparently has not been taken very well at all. So, what condition are they? They're actually pretty serious. Is that bar increasing any? No, do you know what? I don't think it is. I think we need a specialist doctor. In fact, actually, how deep is the bar?
What's up?
The bar is very critical. So I think there's probably just enough light left that we could call in the air ambulance. So what we'll do is we'll grab in a few traffic units as soon as I can find the bloody things. So we'll grab traffic. How many people do these get? They get 3 each. We'll get them all in high vis. In fact, we'll load them up before and we'll grab 2 of them. Okay, so we'll grab them to here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to call out Durgan.
Vehicle available.
And the game is just going to have a little bit of an up tab to itself, I do indeed believe. Oh, come on. Hey! Sorry, I've got no mouse. So we're just going to get off that and then come back on in. Anytime. Okay, here we go. Right, fine. So we're currently running out of daylight hours, but the dragon has arrived. We're going to set it down in the gap between the trees, but we need to make sure everybody's safe first.
On the way.
Where's the second unit? Oh, okay. Crap.
On our way.
Right, hang on. Hold the hung.
On our way. Yeah,
Okay,
on our way.
you can come traffic.
On our way.
Okay,
What's up? On our way. On our way.
so we're going to divert traffic from here. We're going to come divert traffic from down here.
Yeah. On my way.
You're going to divert traffic from here. You're going to come along and halt
We have a
civilians.
report of pickpocketing. The thief is escaping. Arrest him and take him away.
Oh, crud. Is it one of this lot? Oh no. Right, okay, hang on. Bobo! Police! Isn't it police local we should have? No? Okay, fair enough. Fine, just police. Police are gonna come down to here. Now I don't know. Right, let's just get them going here. Yes, okay, so they can arrest somebody, so we'll do that, and that's going to be them sorted. So that's pretty much a fire and forget situation that we've got going on here. So we need to continue securing the road, and I mean in reality it's too dark for the air ambulance, but
Let's go. Okay, over and out.
if this game was in any semblance of realistic time, we would be golden. Okay, so air ambulance crews are down, wait for rotor lock. There
Immediately.
we go.
What's up?
So we're gonna kinda come over here and switch primary care.
Yeah. I'm on it. On our way.
Okay, so we've now got the air ambulance doctor who's working his magic over there. We've got one in custody following the pickpocketing.
Done immediately.
So our police officers have done good. So you're gonna pop back in and you're gonna go to... Right, you're gonna go back to base. So, our emergency scene here is sorted. It's quite a big emergency scene actually. To say it could almost be morning by the time we get this person ready to go, but yeah, it won't be. It's only 11:15. She's almost ready for transport. Shut up, you. Right, okay, fine. Let's just get her picked up.
On On my way. On our way.
Okay, great. So we'll get them to go to base. That takes off ridiculously quickly. Right, that'll let us start getting things sorted. So you're gonna go to base.
Listening.
And you guys are gonna come back into here. You guys are gonna redo. Retourner la base. But what?
Listening. On our
I'm
way.
confused.
On my way. On my way. We'll be done immediately.
I'm missing a person, and I'm not actually sure where they are. Oh, here they are. Right, okay, fine. So we'll get them into there. So you're gonna get in.
On our way.
So you're gonna go back to base, and you're gonna go back to
Exploded
base.
gas pipe. Extinguish all fires and if necessary treat all casualties and take them away.
Oh, testicles. Okay, great. So we want. Give me the menu. So fire. What do we want? Menu. Group Incidente. So we're gonna get 1, 2, and 3 fire trucks. In fact, I don't think I did anything. And the other thing that we want is a letter, which is EPA. Hey, bother. We're also going to need some ambulances, which is the police. We want the doctors. Okay, fine. So we want. What's VLM? Actually, I think we want. What's UMH? Great, there is nothing for UMH. Not the most helpful. Okay, great, fine. So we're gonna come with one park here, and you're gonna rapid deploy. Okay, actually, you're gonna come and park in here. Park. Okay, you guys are gonna rapid deploy. You guys are gonna rapid deploy. Oh, can we not set up with this building? Okay, hang on. Right, you read there. Okay, well, we've got one casualty over here. They're clear enough that we can get to them. And we've got another casualty down here. I spotted her. There she is. And we just have to locate this third. Oh, there he is. Right, okay. And get another emergency vehicle for it. So, so we'll get those guys going.
Yeah.
Okay. Group Incidente. There's a thing for. Yeah, okay, right, there we go. Right, fine. Right, now the firefighters with hoses that are here need to kind of come in and start doing some magic. You're no longer needed, so you can go back to base. And I've got a little bit of traffic chaos here. Okay, you're gonna come treat. Fine. Okay, so what we need here,
Medical
the
emergency.
Ojings.
Someone is suffering from shock. Treat and remove.
They sound like they're pretty nearby, but I can't see them. No, you need to try and...
On it.
Ah, crap, this could be a problem, right? You guys de-hose quickly.
Confirming. Yeah. Yeah. On my way.
Right, okay, drop that.
Got it.
You come lift the bin.
It'll be done.
Drop that.
Listening.
You come lift the other bin.
Listening. On my way.
Okay, fine.
On my way.
So we can now begin treatment. That is fine. That's all happening here. Right, fine. So we've now got somebody over here who's not amazingly well. So what we're going to do is we're going to get an ambulance out to here. And we're going to get ambulance 2, 3, and 4 out to here. And I think we can probably start kind of unwinding the fire service. No, it's not what we wanted at all.
Listening.
Right, you drop
On
that.
my way.
Is there any way to actually de-hose this?
What's up? Consider it done. Confirming.
Okay, drop that.
On my way. What's up? On my way.
See, because normally there's a button to kind of remove the hose.
On our way. Listening. We'll be done immediately.
Right, let's just see if any of these guys can do any magic.
What's up?
That's quite
We'll be
strange.
done immediately.
Right, our paramedic teams have arrived. So you're going to come here and park. You are going to come here and park. And you're probably okay there. So you guys are all going to come out.
Listening. On the way.
You're going to come in here. So our casualty who's actually in the building up here.
What's up? On our way.
Okay, who's this all the way up here? It's a fireboat! Ha ha ha! Cool, right, fine. Not amazingly needed, but fine. Now where's the casualty?
What's up? On our way.
Okay, here we go, here we go.
Consider it done.
Oh dear. Urgent medicine required. Well, we do have a spare doctor who's floating around over here, so I'll actually just get him
On my way.
over to the scene for now. I'm not actually keen to start releasing vehicles at the moment. However, we've got a vehicle that needs towed. So what we'll do is we'll grab a tow truck out from here.
Vehicle available. What's up? On our way.
Aha!
Confirming.
He's the one who can do the thing.
What's up? I'm on it.
Okay, great, fine.
What's up? On my way.
Is that scanners? I've got... Aha! Okay, so our spare doctor's made it. So let's just get you to back off and you to take over. So we'll get you back to the ambulance for just now, and then that should all be fine and dandy. How are all our casualties doing? Ready to move, and ready to move. So we'll get you to drop your equipment.
We'll be done immediately.
Okay, so we'll do
We'll be
1
done immediately. Yeah.
DU and 3. So once the casualties have started getting lifted, that should allow us to start
On the way.
clearing this scene, thank the giddy goose.
What's up? On my way. What's up? On my way.
Right, okay, so you're gonna go head back to this ambulance, and I think we should be okay to start clearing this scene. So we don't have the option to retour Cassine, so you can just retour properly. You can wait, it's down. Yeah, okay, you don't. I'm not sure why, but you don't.
Yes.
You can go back to base. You, as the only one doctor, can come back over here.
On our way.
So you can now sort off. You can go back to base. You can go back to base. You've got your person, so you're going to go to hospital. You're going to go to hospital, and you're going to go to hospital. Okay, how's our casualty here? She's also ready to get moved, so that's fine. So let's get her taken to the 4th ambulance.
Yeah? On my way.
Oh no, they're stuck by the waiting ambulance. Hang on. We'll just move it forward to let them by. Excellent. Okay, right, fine. So you can also go to hospital. And then that'll free you up to go to base. Perfect, so 4 ambulances to hospital. And he ain't gonna know what's gonna hit him. But that's fine. Excellent. Okay, so anything still left? No. Okay, great. So as all the emergency services head back to base, we're looking reasonably alright. Yeah, so this is another mod. So the thing I like about the R-House mod, I remember we were talking about this last week with the BB Lisbon S's mod. With the R-House mod, it actually tells you what unit it is, so that you can kind of see that it does something, and you can call it from the map. Because at the moment, unlike the Bieberfeld mod, there's no way to alarm a unit from here. You've got to do it from one of the menus. But yeah. So this is the crew starting to arrive. Excellent. Is there a firefighter? What? Why is there a random diver dude?
On my way.
I'm confused.
On my way. On our way.
Well, you can come over here. Okay, so now we've currently got no emergencies to deal with, so we'll leave it on fast forward. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why there's a diver in the middle of the city. It's just strange. Waddle.
Attention.
Oh dear.
There are reports of a violent crime. Arrest the suspect and take him away. Treat all casualties and take them away.
Oh dear, it's a person with the gun. Let's get the gendarme in.
Attention. We have received reports of a suicide attempt.
Oh, test
Save
please.
the victim, treat and remove.
I can actually see where they are.
On our way.
Right, where's the person?
On the way.
Right. Oh no, I can see them. I can see them. Right, so it's a VPL is what we're looking for here. I'm not really 100% sure where it is. It's not here. VTP, that's not it, it's a VPL. Not here. VPL, here we go. Right, I'm not actually sure that's worked. So we're just gonna try it again. Okay, fine. This one worked. So what we're gonna do is we're now gonna get an ambulance. I suppose it's the fire service lead, so we'll grab I'll grab one of them out. So this is the divers, they're on the way. Now there's a casualty down here, so we're gonna grab ambulance number 2 is gonna come down to here. And then apparently our chappie didn't take too kindly, so ambulance 3 is going to come over here, and it's gunshot wounds. It's probably a little bit serious, so we'll grab... What's VLM? VLM is a doctor's car, yeah, so we'll grab them out to here, that's fine and dandy. Great, so crews are kind of rushing all over the place at the moment. Okay, So our divers are going to pop in,
Yeah? On my way.
and the ambulance will arrive shortly. So we've got ambulance, ambulance, and rapid response car. Okay, so everybody's coming along. In fact, you know what? To be fair, we could probably do with a second rapid response car up here.
Listening.
So
On
we'll
the
do
way.
primary
Let's go.
treatments.
On the way. Listening. Confirming.
Wait, what? No. So the second rapid response car needs to come over to this one.
On the way.
Okay, you can divert traffic. So
Listening. Let's go.
we'll start doing treatments, and you're gonna come on out.
What's up?
Okay, so our gunshot victim is gonna get treated.
Listening. On my way. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get you back in here and get you over here. That's fine.
On my way.
Okay, our diver's got our casualty,
Listening.
so we'll get him taken up and treated waterside.
On the way.
Okay. Right, okay, so we've now got a couple of casualties that need to get contended with. He's ready to get moved courtesy of the firefighter doctor.
Will be done immediately.
So we'll get him taken into there. So you're going to go to hospital.
Yeah. Will be done immediately.
Okay. Right, you can go back to base. You can go back to base. How is our casualty doing? This one's ready to get
Will be done
moved.
immediately.
So you can come back
On
here.
the way. What's up?
And you can come back in here. That's fine. How is our suicide attempt victim? He's not
On the way.
bad. Oh,
What's up?
Okay.
Consider it done.
I don't think he can be lifted until he's fully healed, which was unexpected. Right, okay, you can go back to base. And as soon as you're back, here we go. You're going to hospital. Now you're going to be full of
On
health,
the way. Will do.
so you can now get lifted, which is fine.
Will be done immediately. On the way. What's up?
Right, okay. I think this is probably a good natural breaking point to call this the end of this episode of Emergency 4 with the CSP-IRG mod. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!